What's up guys, it's Mackie Ninja here today and we got another great Demon Slayer video for you. We're talking about the one and only Upper Moon 1 Kokushibo. If you guys can make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, it would greatly help out this channel. Before Kokushibo was a demon, in his human form he was known as Michikatsu Tsuguni, and he was born in the Sengoku period along with his twin brother Yorichi. And in the Sengoku period, it was considered a bad omen when twins were born. And when their father saw that Yorichi had a strange birthmark on his forehead, he declared that he would kill Yorichi. However, their mother, Akeno Tsuguni, was outraged at his announcement and came into an agreement with him instead of killing Yorichi. The agreement was that Yorichi would be sent off to a temple to become a priest upon when he turned the age of 10. Michikatsu would often sneak behind his father's back in order to see Yorichi, because he pitied him because of his situation. At one point, Michikatsu made a handcrafted flute and gave it to Yorichi as a gift. When Michikatsu turned 7, he began practicing swords, and Yorichi would always watch his brother as he practiced. One day during Michikatsu's practice session, Yorichi spoke for the first time and it shocked Michikatsu. During one of Michikatsu's training, one of his father's men offered Yorichi some instruction and showed Yorichi some basic stances. Yorichi quickly grasped onto the concept and quickly landed floor blows onto the man. Michikatsu continued his training and felt envious towards his brother, believing that he had wasted all of his natural physical talent. He also feared that his father would swap roles with Yorichi, and that he would be the one that would be sent to the temple in Yorichi's place. In one fateful night, their mother finally succumbed to her illness and passed away. Yorichi quickly came to Michikatsu's room early in the morning to tell his brother the news and bid him goodbye. Yorichi expressed his gratitude to his brother for giving him heart and finally held the flute that Michikatsu had made for him earlier. Michikatsu, however, was irritated, wondering how Yorichi could treasure a flute that he couldn't even play in tune and watch his brother depart and say nothing. As time passed, Michikatsu's jealousy for his brother only grew greater and greater, especially after he read his mother's diary following her death, which had revealed that Yorichi had known everything about his mother's illness and that she developed increasing weakness on the left side of her body, which was a side that Yorichi always supported. From then on, Michikatsu resented Yorichi, who had not only been physically gifted, but a genius as well, and he wished for his brother's death for the next few years. One night, a demon attacked his camp and left him the only survivor, but the demon was quickly killed off by Yorichi, who came to his rescue and apologized for not being able to save his subordinates. Michikatsu, finally seeing Yorichi, brought about all of his feelings of jealousy and hatred for him again. After this incident, Michikatsu abandoned his family and left to become a demon slayer along with Yorichi. Yorichi developed his own breathing style, the sun breathing, and he attempted to teach this to other demon slayers, but he had no success. So despite this, he altered them to suit their own strength, creating their first breathing techniques. And during that time, he trained alongside wind breathing user and polished his sword skills along with him. After an immense amount of training, Michikatsu finally awakened his demon slayer mark and developed his own breathing style, which was derived from the sun breathing, which would later be known as moon breathing. Despite his accomplishments, it left a bitter taste as it was still not as powerful as Yorichi's sun breathing. With Michikatsu being frustrated from being unable to surpass his brother, and also fearing that now that he had awakened his demon slayer mark that he would die by the age of 25, he then encountered Muzan and finally became a demon, which then transitioned in taking the name Kokushibo. The newly formed demon Kokushibo quickly rose to the rank of upper rank 1 of the 12 Kazuki, and remained at that rank for hundreds of years. 60 years after becoming a demon, Kokushibo finally came face to face with Yoriichi for the last time. Yoriichi was devastated by the decision to transform, whereas Kokushibo became disgusted seeing his younger twin now aged and decrepit, as well as infuriated upon realizing he defied the fate of all marked demon slayers by being far older than 25 years of age. Despite Yoriichi's old age, his fighting stance and preparation to strike frightened Kokushibo, who knew his immense skill and power was still present. Despite gripping his blade in anticipation, Yoriichi had already struck and sliced across his neck. Kokushibo quickly became angry seeing that his brother's strength had not weakened in the slightest bit, and waited for a return strike, despite knowing it would certainly kill him. Yoriichi, however, never had the chance to cut Kokushibo's head entirely off, dying due to old age while standing up. It was at this moment that Kokushibo became truly furious, seeing that his continually excelling brother had appeared before him having transcended everything and from dying from old age instead of losing in a battle. Alright, if you guys like this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on my future Demon Slayer content. Until next time.